Good evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to my evening news report right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. Take a look at this photo here. This is a big crowd of protesters in Boston. Demonstrators on the move in Boston, calling for justice for George Floyd. Multiple demonstrations gathered in Boston Sunday to protest against police brutality and call for justice in the death of George Floyd, a handcuffed black man who died Memorial Day in custody of the Minneapolis police. One of the protesters, organized by youth of Greater Boston, began around 3 p.m. at Government Center. Attendees were heard chanting, "No justice, no peace," and "I can't breathe," in reference to what Floyd said in video where he was pinned to the ground by a Minneapolis officer. That officer, Derek, was fired and later arrested on charges of third-degree murder and manslaughter. Take a look at this photo from Sharman Sacchetti. Sorry, this is the video. My bad, not photo. The group of protesters chanting, "No justice, no peace, I can't breathe," in a government center. Take a listen. Okay, that is some of what the demonstration looks like. Around 3:30 p.m., attendees began to march out of Government Center. They passed the gates of the State House, looped around Boston Common, and then gathered on the path downhill from the State House. Hundreds of others gathered simultaneously in Roxbury for a march led by clique members from the intersection of Malcolm X Boulevard and Washington Street to Boston Police Headquarters, where they held a prayer service. The service included a powerful moment of silence for Floyd, which lasted 8 minutes and 49 seconds, the same amount of time that video showed that officer kneeling on Floyd's neck. Another demonstration is scheduled for 6:30 p.m. in Roxbury's New Square. It is organized by a group called Black Boston, which has stated plans to march through the South End, Chinatown, and ultimately to the State House. The organizer wrote on Facebook that they plan to have the event end around 8:30 p.m. to prevent any violent activity from occurring. Our officers are out in full force to guard and protect everyone's right. And while everyone has a right to free speech, nobody has the right to hurt or harm people or property, Boston police wrote in a tweet. All the demonstrations today are being watched carefully as violence has occurred in other cities around the country, and some demonstrators clashed with police Friday in Boston. Hundreds of people took the streets of Boston Friday night, and most of them demonstrated peacefully. Many protesters were socially distancing at Peters Park while holding signs, but some did end up clashing with police officers. Mass Action Against Police Brutality leaders said they tried to hold a peaceful protest. The Boston Police Department said 10 protesters were arrested Friday night, including 7 who were taken into custody outside the District D4 police station, which is located at 650 Harrison Avenue in the South End. Officers in riot gear set up a perimeter around the station and at one point appeared to use pepper spray on some protesters. There were also confrontations Friday outside the B2 police station at 2400 Washington Street in Roxbury. Video from scene showed one man holding a police barricade when authorities clashed with police protesters less than an hour after a more peaceful demonstration took place. The Boston Police Department said 4 of its officers suffered non-life-threatening injuries in the incident and were transported to area hospitals for treatment. And that does it for this evening news report right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Sunday evening. I'll see you back here tomorrow with more news reports. Good night and bye, everyone.